Hello, today is March the 1st. Trading is closed. Let's start with doing our disclaimer as we always do. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, March 2, 2022. Just remember, I can be wrong, and any trade you make should be at your own risk. Let's go over our calls. Look for the pattern with the early low, which is this. Tomorrow has the early high. Now, when I copied these from my notes earlier, I made a mistake. I had this as the early low, and I think this is the early high. But these should be correct now. Tomorrow's the early high. We had signals that were mixed. We didn't get either of the common things. We didn't get a gap and a prompt move outside the range, and we didn't close little chains. Neither one of those things happened. But this is the pattern with the early low. And tomorrow's pattern, as you've seen now, should have the early high. We had a target we get to cross off the list, 43.10.45. The only nearby lower target I have now is 41.86.6. Today's pattern generated a new target, 43.49.33. Unless we gap down smartly, that's my call for tomorrow. Now this looks like a pretty ugly day, but in fact, after this huge rally we had last week, this huge impulsive rally, you just grudgingly and correctively corrected down to the 61.8% level. Doesn't mean we have to stop here, but it's one of the reasonable places for us to stop. And usually if you get an impulse like this and corrective waves like this, these corrective waves get replaced at some time. During the day, MEJT said this move is false, would retrace. Now says this drop is false, will retrace too. We got an ultimate sell signal, and that's worked. We got the minimum. We usually get more. We did here, but this drop was called false. It should retrace, and it already has. One bar under this line is Tom DeMark's support area, and we still haven't gone more than a bar under the line. Now if we trade completely under this bar, support fails, but so far, according to DeMark's work, we're in the support area. Well, here's our count. We completed the huge bull move here. We've had an ABC. We corrected up to 38.2%. We've now dropped 38.2%. And if that's A and we completed B, which is possible but not guaranteed, and if C is equal to A, if that's the case, we don't know that yet, then we'll complete an ABC at the 61.8%, around 48 cash. Now, of course, just because it's pretty doesn't mean it's going to work, but this is one of the places where things fit. Tomorrow's pattern has a early high. Typically, it's a rally day. Final hour high. Failure is a straight line drop. There's a higher target. If we don't get down smartly, it should print. Today's very negative day closed over intraday lows. All we have to do is maintain that at tomorrow's open. It should lead to a higher price. So here are the lows. This dotted line is our close. This huge drop all day, last few hours, didn't accomplish anything. The lows held. They held right at the fib retrace. We have a higher target. I'm looking for higher prices. And what would kill it would be if we gap down smartly. It's all depending upon this slow holding. But if we don't gap down smartly, we're looking for higher prices. 49.33. It's a target. It's not a stop and reverse. And that's today's call.